everyone, welcome back. It's been a minute since I have posted on here, but I wanted to come on and do sort of like a follow-up, talk about keratin treatments because it is my most viewed video and it is one of the things that I get asked the most about. So I want to really just do something informational, explain a little bit, and also this video is sponsored by Keratin Works, which is the brand of keratin that I have been using, I want to say, for like 4 years, for a long time. It's the one that works the best for me. My last video, which I will link right over here, my last video that I showed you guys and I really walked you through the whole process of keratin, we were using Keratin Works. I am still using Keratin Works. I'm so excited to be partnering with them on this video to educate you guys on everything you need to know about keratin treatment, walk you through the process, walk you through the different ways in which you can use the Keratin Works products. Well, maybe not you, but your hairdresser, because it's a professional product that has to be ordered and used by a professional hairstylist. And then I'm also gonna walk you through my aftercare and how I maintain my keratin, the products I use to help with the longevity of the treatment, and also that I just love. So the Keratin Works system is really cool because it's one system, one product that genuinely works. That's why it's called Keratin Works. It is adding keratin into the hair, which is gonna help relax the hair. It's gonna help remove frizz. It's gonna make it healthier. It's gonna make the bonds stronger. I naturally have super curly hair. This is my hair, 2 days post blow dry. Everything is super smooth. I don't need any iron or heat. Well, I use a blow dryer, but I don't need any extra like ironing. There's no frizz. There's no added anything. The shine is amazing. And I really attribute that to the keratin treatment that I do. The Keratin Works product is really cool because you can use it in 3 different ways. So you can use it as a hair Botox. So you're just using less passes of the iron, less heat on the hair, so it's not going to treat the hair as much. You can use it as a classic, which is like more in between a Botox and something a little bit more intense, which would have like a moderate amount of ironing. So you would be ironing it more than you would the Botox, AKA getting more of that keratin into the hair. And then you can also use it for a more intense keratin treatment where there would be even more ironing and it would really be like putting more of that keratin into the hair. Love the fact that this product is able to be used in 3 different ways. I have really curly hair. I do the intense one, but somebody who has less curls than me, who really just wants to attack the frizz, get a little bit of shine, could do maybe more of a Botox. Someone who's sort of in between with like thicker, coarser hair with frizz, doesn't have as tight of a curl, can maybe do a classic. So really adjustable depending on what you need. And I love that because the product is phenomenal and works in so many different ways. Another thing that's really important to mention, and probably the biggest reason that drew me to Keratin Works in the first place, is the fact that it is formaldehyde free. A lot of the products that are on the market right now do contain formaldehyde or formaldehyde releasers, and formaldehyde is a known carcinogen. This is not something that you want to be inhaling for 3 hours every couple months. So definitely safer product to use when doing a hair treatment. You do not want to be using something with formaldehyde. Something else that I think is important to mention is that formaldehyde in the moment might make your hair a little bit more straight, but longevity wise, you will lose more hair. It's not good for the health of your hair. I do my treatments every 3 to 4 months, depending on my regrowth. Sometimes I'll really just do it like at the root and then do less of the ironing in the bottoms. Let's say I would be doing like an intense keratin on the root and the regrowth, and then more of a classic on the bottom of the hair so that it all kind of matches up. I've been doing this for years. It is something that I truly swear by. I can now take a shower, come out, air dry my hair, and it's like perfect, no frizz. It's the best thing ever. So let's talk about the process of keratin treatments and how it all works. So you basically are going to go into your hairstylist, hair salon. You're gonna get a really good wash. They're gonna use a clarifying shampoo. Keratin Works does make a clarifying shampoo. This is just gonna really strip the hair of any extra oils, any excess product that's in the hair. It's gonna really open up that hair follicle so that it's ready to receive this amazing treatment. Next thing you're gonna do is you are gonna go, the hairstylist is gonna kind of like just blow dry your hair a little bit, get it to be nice and air dried. You might notice your hair might be a little bit coarse, a little bit more voluminous than usual. That's because you just clarified the hair. So it's not going to feel as soft as it usually would, but don't worry, you're on your way to softer, smoother hair. It's a smoothing system that you're about to do. Then what they're going to do is they're going to start applying the keratin product to the hair. So generally they'll be doing it with a brush. They'll just get it all through the hair, comb it through, make sure it's really just evenly distributed. I generally will sit with it in my hair for about an hour, sometimes less if we use like a heat mechanism on top to really like penetrate it into the hair. Sometimes I leave the salon in that time, go run an errand, really just needs to sit in the hair and kind of process. Then come back or go back into the chair, do a little bit of blow drying to make sure that the hair isn't wet or overly damp. And then we'll start with the actual treatment process of the ironing the product into the hair. And this is the process where you can adjust from Botox, classic, and intense. So depending on what your hair needs, your stylist will know, which way to go about it. By the way, if your stylist isn't aware of Keratin Works, you could totally let them know about it. I'll provide you a link down below. They can get trained to use this system and order it for themselves as professional hairstylists. Back to the process. You're going to go through the ironing process. Small piece by small piece, they're going to take it and they're going to go through the hair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even up to 12 times, depending again on how much your hair really needs that processing. I do it maybe up to 12 to 15 times. We really let it go through the hair. Like I said, usually I'm a little bit more intense on the root area and then less in the lengths of the hair because there's still leftover keratin from previous treatments. It definitely does add up and accumulate in the hair and make such a difference over time. And then you can either wash it out instantly or you can leave it. I choose to leave it and let it process for 48 hours. Your hairstylist will let you know what the best course of action is. I like to leave it in for the 48 hours. I actually find that with the Keratin Works product, my hair doesn't feel oily and gross and all weighed down. I actually find it looks really nice and straight. It feels a little bit like there's a film on the hair, but beyond that, really not a big deal. And within 2 days, you wash it out and you have this softest, most amazing hair. It's just so great. So when you wash it out, you can either go back to your salon or you could do it at home. Something that's really important about the aftercare is what products you're using and making sure that they really don't have sulfates. Keratin Works recently launched their Pure collection and I'm a huge, huge fan of it. I've been talking a lot about it on my Instagram page. It is SLS free, paraben free, vegan. It truly is sulfate free. A lot of shampoos say that they're sulfate free, but they still contain ingredients that still have some sulfates in them. So that breaks down the keratin. When you've just spent the money, when you've just gone through the time and the treatment, you really want to make it last as long as possible. That's why I really love using the products that are literally designed for the system. Love the shampoo. It is actually one of the only sulfate-free shampoos that I've ever used that truly makes your hair feel squeaky clean. When you're done using it, you're like, oh my God, my hair feels clean. Something to be said and noted about this, because it really does not have sulfates or any of these bad additives, it's not gonna overly foam up like what you're used to. So what you wanna do is you wanna add it to the hair and you wanna kind of emulsify with a little bit of water. So you wanna keep adding water to get that foaming action going. I like to do 2 shampoos. I only wash my hair once a week. If you wash more than that, then you don't need to do that. You're just gonna wanna add water and then you're gonna follow up with the conditioner. 1 week I'll use the conditioner, the next week I'll do a treatment. So it just depends what my hair is feeling. Do I wanna go more of a mask? Do I want to go more of a conditioner? Depends what you want. I want to also make a mention that Pure line is also made for those with color treated blonde hair. So it's a violet shampoo and they also have the mask that goes with it. So there is a violet collection for those of you with color treated hair that have blonde. That's a really good option. The thing that I think I love the most about the at-home system is the BB cream. I'm obsessed with this product. I'll use it for air dry. I'll use it before blow dry. It kind of does everything. It protects from heat. It smooths. It smells incredible. It detangles. It is so good. The texture is so nice and creamy. Almost you would think it's thick, but it's not. And the smell is so, so nice. I really, really love it. Whenever I use this before a blow dry, a professional blow dry, and I go get my hair done, he's always like, your hair's so soft and shiny. So Definitely got the stamp of approval from my hairdresser, which is important. Last thing is the crystal serum. So if you have any flyaways, if you want to just like refresh the hair a little bit, this is a really good serum-y oil to use. So it's not as oily as your basic hair oil. It is more of like a serum texture. All of these things are going to help lengthen and prolong the life of your keratin treatment. They're all safe, and I love that they're designed for the smoothing system. It just works all together. Another thing I want to mention, going back to coloring your hair, that I think I get asked so much about, is when you should do your keratin treatment and your color. I think that there's a lot of misconceptions. Everyone does it differently. With this system, you're going to want to bleach your hair before your keratin. So you would book your color to bleach it before. If you color your hair, so if you're someone who's like coloring brown or whatever, it's not bleach, you're gonna wanna do it after, because the keratin can strip some of that color. With the bleach, it won't do that. So bleach, you're gonna do your keratin before. Color, you're gonna do your keratin after. I think that was an important thing to mention because I know people are gonna ask. Beyond that, there is not much more that I can say. I know that there are people that say you shouldn't over iron your hair with a keratin, that it could break it down. I don't really think it makes such a big difference. Also, you shouldn't really have to iron your hair very much. Once you get your keratin done, it really does smooth the hair and kind of reduces the need for the ironing. I will say that I don't really use hot tools other than a blow dryer. My hair has gotten so healthy because of using Keratin Works, because of these amazing products. I'm not having to add the extra heat. I'm able to air dry my hair more. I'm able to reduce my blow dry time. So it actually really helps with the health of your hair. You're adding that keratin protein into your hair, which is making it super healthy, super shiny, and just feel and look amazing. That's the process. That is why I love Keratin Works. Again, I will link everything down below for you guys to shop. Let your hairdressers know, let your hair care professional know. They can learn everything they need to know about Keratin Works. You can also share my video with them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that I answered most of your questions. You can also leave a question down below should you have any additional, and I'd be happy to answer. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon.